Welcome back to my sweetie pie candy lips friends. I've made an official Telegram channel. Today we're going to go through some PulseChain altcoins as well, but the official Telegram channel, friends, is at YourFriendSommiOfficial. I'm going to put the link in the description. Please don't go to the one that just says at YourFriendSommi. That's a scam. It's run by some Indian dudes. I'm not kidding. If you honestly, you fall for that, you just please go buy the S&P 500 because you ain't going to make it. Because if you honestly think I am posting that, it's like just weird stuff going on. They can't speak English. They just copy paste these announcements. Also, to let you know, what they're probably going to do is the scammers in all those other similar name channels, now that I have a Telegram, whenever I post anything official, it's going to auto forward to their one. And what they do is they just copy paste whatever you make. They make a bot to do that and they go put it out. But what they do is they put my announcements in and then they will sneak in extra announcements at the end. They will say, click on this link to register, and it will go and steal your key. So please do not go to any other channel except at YourFriendSommiOfficial. This is what it looks like here. There's literally nothing in here now. I have a cute little banana welcome sign and a little welcome video. So just to repeat to you, they will be copy pasting all my tweets, everything. They mirror it, and then they just add something at the end. They make another post. I've seen it in many other official Telegram channels. It's very, very disgusting. That's obviously, don't click on anything, friends. Don't click on anything. Don't download anything. You don't need it. And if you are going to be a very naughty boy or squirrel or girl, make sure you use a hot wallet, okay? But you should not be venturing outside of the main dexes here and there, because what I tell you, airdrops, all filthy trash scams, all these 99% are scams. So we're going to be using the Telegram channel for time-sensitive stuff because the bull market's going to get very heated up, friends. Like, it's going to be like, you won't be able to watch videos and stuff. Even though all my amazing content, highest value in crypto land and YouTube land, it's on YouTube and Twitter. There's just some things where there might be like really time sensitive that I've just got to repeat to you again. So you can leave the notifications on that. It's not going to be spamming here and there. We just got to get into the groove for what we need. So please, I've got to repeat to you, friends. Please, do not sell your core altcoins. Do not move them off your cold wallet. You understand? Do not go around to any of these other websites under any circumstances. There is no free money lurking everywhere, okay? You're in early. You have the free money now already. It's not out there. You already have it right now. It's just that the plebs, okay, the hunchback ones, the soy drinkers, they're outside of the club. You're partying with all these girls and squirrels and glitter and everything. They're coming into the club. They're going to come buy your bags. You just got to chill out. That's it. I know you don't really chill out, friends. I know, like, I'm wearing an Ash Ketchum Pokemon hat, but you get the point. You don't have to go around throwing out. The way to win is literally the holding part. You've done all the hard work. You've built your conviction. You have your currency. That's what it is. Conviction is just your currency units here. Yeah, sweet. I'm super, super convicted, which means even if there's a 70% drop tomorrow, you go, okay, cool. I'm either going to DCA more of my wages, trade some stocks in, use more of my Bitcoin or Ethereum to buy more strong core altcoins, or use cash, or just hold. That's it. You've already done the hard work, okay? Now, the next part is that the second part. This is where you actually get anxiety. See, this is going to flip out, make a lot of people really, really surprised, because you think, oh, sweet, as long as we go up only. Yeah, all right. Wait till the swings on the downside come, because they're going to come with some really nasty news. And some of these news on the dips down, they're going to be really convincing, even to me. But I'm going to know, you know what? I know this news sounds really convincing, but it's just too early for the bull market to be over yet. That is something that's my sixth sense, and not financial advice. Once again, I'm in a Pokemon hat, friends, but you're not going to be able to rely on that forever, because eventually one of the dips becomes the bear market. Do you understand that? But I'm just preparing you for what's in store to come. The first big crashes, they're going to be easy, because you're like, you didn't even start the bull market. You're crashing already. I don't believe you. So which one am I talking about? Probably around the Bitcoin halving or a few months after, somewhere in this year. Okay, so don't forget, the biggest depressions, and remember, 90% drops in crypto, friends, they're depressions, right? Crypto winters, nuclear winters, they only come once you've got everybody in. You understand? If we're in the club and we're partying and we get a bit drunk, it's not a big messy area. You know why? Because there's only like 6 of us. It's me and you, and there's like 4 girls. That's it. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Who cares what's going on? But if there's 550 other people in the club now and everyone's drunk and everyone's got their clothes off and doing weird stuff, these guys like wee-weeing on the walls, that stuff, friends, you're like, oh, whoa, it's time for everyone to go home. This is going way nuts. Yeah. Until we get to that point, there's nothing to be concerned about, but it's still going to make you anxious. Because some of you put in like 10 grand, you're going to see it go to 100K, and then you're going to blip it down back to 40K, and you're going to be listening to people who will say, hey, it's all over, you should be getting out. Okay, so you just got to be careful. Now, let's move on to some nice, juicy altcoins, which includes PulseChain. And let's play some nice pump music, friends. That's all we're here to do. Do you think something's going on here with PulseChain? Well, look, you see this gray line, gray dot, friends? This is the 21 EMA. I hope this repeats, but usually we come up, there's one poke, and we're off to the races. Usually. Now, obviously, how high is off to the races? I don't know. Is it going to be a freaking 2x? Is it going to be 20%? Are we going to go and break Eric Wall up here? This is actually PulseX, but it's all the same thing, okay? So it's all the same type of behavior where you go in, you flip the weekly moving, so you touch the 21 EMA and you go up. So Eric will lose his bet if we go up another like 8.8x from here. Look, on one hand, valuation's pretty big, right? On the other hand, Richard Hart's valuation is also pretty big. So I wouldn't get off this ride just so early. Like, PulseChain's still 9x away to flip Cardano, man. Still 9x. Obviously, I love Cardano. I love XRP, Ledger, all these other friends. This stuff, it's great, friends. You know me, it's not good enough for me to like kind of do okay. All right, I'm here to crush it. I'm here to absolutely win, because I know how these games work, man. I've been in markets for a long time, friends. Once everyone's in, like, you know, we all know the game. You don't get a scenario where, all right, you make 300x, but your friend only makes 90x. You don't get that scenario. It's now that everyone knows the game, you make 40x. He makes 8, but that's not high enough for him because he was expecting 30. So he's 8, he round trips it back 60, 70% lower. Now he's only up 2 to 3x. Congratulations, you didn't change your life, but you wasted 2 to 3 years and you're wishing you went harder in other coins. Okay, that's most likely what's going to be the scenario for like the top 100 coins and a lot of people participating in crypto as well. Hex is, of course, following everything else. You have Hex and Pulse ratio. I just want to show you, if you look at the Hex and Pulse ratio and just invert it, this is obviously the most important thing to look at. Now, this is very controversial, friends. What I'm saying here is, we actually hit a new high. Wow, we have hit a new high. This is Pulse versus Hex. It's very controversial because Bitcoin is the base money of crypto. Bitcoin, okay? Now, you can't add anything to Bitcoin. You can kind of enhance it and give expansion packs, okay? But you can't do anything with Bitcoin. But we need it there. Richard Hart said, you know what, let's do the same thing. Bitcoin is like Wall Street money now, JP Mosquito money, sweet, let's do the same thing. Now we got Hex. Okay, it's the same thing. Now, you might not like it, doesn't really matter, but you get the same principle idea. So now we have a layer 1 chain. You have PulseChain. And we've compared the ratios, okay? Just like ETH BTC, Pulse versus Hex, it is moving up. But look, I saw some interesting comments on Twitter, and you guys are saying, oh, well, why hold Hex if you're going to get outperformed? Yeah, here's the thing, friends. You see these big macro moves. Your friend Sommi here gets you in at lows. You understand? I am in the top 5%. The next freaking 30 to 40%, you get the middle momentum cycle stuff, and the bottom 60% end up buying the extremes, and they get absolutely wrecked on the ratio. And like, you know, you might say, oh, it's okay. How do you get really wrecked on a ratio? You just got to hold long enough. They don't hold long enough, okay? They sell the bottom of EHEX to buy the top of PHEX. They do all that stuff. So the best thing to do, not financial advice. I'm wearing a Pokemon hat, Ash Ketchum. If we lose everything and go to zero, it's our fault, okay? That's it. You got to accept responsibility. Wear your big boy pants and your big girl skirt. You have to think about it like this. The ratio can snap at any time. Like, for example, friends, just telling you, okay, if Richard just wakes up tomorrow and he says, you know what, I think Hex is too cheap. He can send this ratio back down here, by the way. He can do that. What would that mean? That would mean Hex goes up 70% and Pulse is going sideways. And this ratio would go down here. But look, I'm just telling you, if it got down here, I'm going to deploy more of my Hex and actually get that. Because one thing I know, see, it's funny, talking about Richard or big whales. It could be Richard, big whales, whatever. But look, I know what the natural market force is. And you can jam it. Like Wallet DO1 tried to jam PHEX and PulseX. He sold PulseX to buy the PHEX, okay? You can jam it and you can do what you want, but no one person is bigger than the market. No one person, you know? Some people also say, hey, what would happen if Richard said, I now support, You know, like I now support EHEX or here and there. But just let me tell you, friends, little words like that, they can cause short-term volatility and spikes, but the overall network can't be influenced by just a few words. It can't. Okay, these things are like news events. It really is. If Richard tweeted, "I like EHEX," if he just said that, that's a news event. You see what I mean? And then now it's up to you, right? That's where the traders go. They go, how likely is it that the other people? So now that Richard likes EHEX, how likely is it that people in the next 12 months, on average, are going to buy EHEX versus PHEX? Well, you just got to look at the ratio, right? That's why everything is a moving target. But I like that this ratio is going right. So this is, friends, just to let you know, this summarizes all our altcoins. This is what we want to see. Okay, we want to see. I'm in tune, right? Was Bitcoin ETF? Was it buy the news or sell the news? Thank you very much. Okay, it was not buy the news. Now, it might not be sell the news minus 40%, but you know, okay, starting to get in here, you're wrong. Okay, it doesn't really matter whether it goes down or not. I'm just telling you, the time to get in was the bottom of the bear market. Okay, sweet. Now we're moving on to something else. Is Pulse going up against Hex or down against Hex? Well, since the bear market lows, it's been going up. If it continues up here, it's possible. So this is where the overperformance will go. If it gets to the rocket, friends, that's a 2.45x. If it actually gets there, I don't know if it's going to get there. It could range around. Don't sell your Hex to do any of these. The trades are pretty much like you're in the middle of the range now, but just telling you on average, if you hold all of them, hopefully everything's going to be okay. You can stake your Hex, earn yield. Just look, have pieces everywhere. You know why, friends? If you wake up tomorrow and Richard smashes Hex up 3x and this goes down here, you can now spend your Hex to buy down there. But if you go just all in and you rotate up here, you can't do anything. You hope it does this. What if it goes like that? Oh no, what's coming on? Something was wrong. Oh no, something was wrong. You see what I mean? You always want ammo to hold. And the best part is you're appreciating against USD. Now let's have a look at those dirty, sexy altcoins. Friends, once again, I love you all, but man, some of you guys are going to get absolutely murdered. All right, murdered. I've literally given you the free answer. Free, clear, succinct. I told you how we got it, friends. This is $5,000 mastermind course stuff, okay? The tuition fees, I don't even want to talk about the amount of money I've lost figuring this stuff out. Given to you for free. And see, people who have big egos, right? I have a peanut brain. People with big egos and stuff, they might get really upset. They're like, how aren't you learning? How aren't you doing this and doing that? I don't care, friends. That's what you want. You understand? That's like if I'm Messi and I'm playing in a grand final and I'm dribbling against the guy and he just falls over, trips over his feet, and then the next guy falls over, and then the next guy falls over, and the goalkeeper takes off his pants and just starts wee-weeing with his back towards me, okay? If I see that, I'm not going to stop the ball and go, wow, you guys got to really show it up. Your spectators aren't going to be happy with that. I'm not going to say that. I'm like, sweet, 3 goals for me. I'm just going to keep scoring, keep doing that. I don't care. Okay, so this is what I'm telling you. You have to be an assassin. Now, how do we translate that to what we're seeing in crypto? Well, look at PDI chart. Okay, I have told you the pulse ratio is still low to me. Okay, yeah, it might still go down. I don't really care. It's still low to me, but it's not up here, man. By the way, it's not even expensive up here. It's just more expensive than here. That's it. So this to the very, very top, by the way, gives you like a 4.4x on your pulse, and up to the top here gives you like a 7x. So, but people aren't doing this. I still see every day people look at the USD pricing and they go, oh, you're too high. And they don't even use a log chart, by the way. They use linear. They go, oh, sweet. This is the top. This is a scam and stuff. So look, that's okay, man. You can do what you want. That's okay. I'm just letting you know. If you ignore ratios, sweet. You know your future riches, yeah, they're going to ignore you too. Because if you have no idea where you're buying relative to the SPI or the core coins, you are a sitting duck. Because only the momentum, paper hand mindset people escape there. It's people, they get in somewhere. So let's actually use an example, okay? There are going to be people who buy up here on momentum. And they're going to say, all right, sweet. I'm trying to make like a 5x or something, okay? I'm going to try and get up here. But then if it comes back down, they're just getting out. They're not going to hold this if it goes down all the way here. So maybe it does go up. We don't know. But eventually, one of these breaks up, fizzles out. And your capital is basically locked up for 6 months. And, you know, it is what it is. Because you're not buying with the believers, friends. You're buying with non-believers who are pushing into price discovery. So I've just used a PI example. Hopefully, it's got a long way to go, like another 500 plus X to reach $1. But just showing you, you got to be aware of this. And look, I can scream as long as I want. I know people still aren't going to do it. That's actually what I want to see. Sweet. Keep ignoring it. That's what you're basically doing is, let's say one of my meme coins out here. Let's say I actually come across more cash in the next month and this thing is still here. Oh, okay, cool. They're free buys for me. Because if I click buy, right, and I add to my Pudai bags, I'm like, oh, cool. I'm getting another 4.4x on my Pulse. Imagine Pulse does a 30x from here, friends. You do 4.4 times 30. That's 130x from here. When everyone's saying it's a scam, it's too high. Okay, so shifting your mindset. Obviously, I'm not endorsing PDI or anything else. This happens for every single coin. I'm just using that because it's a relevant example. Atropa's part of the same ecosystem. Teddy Bear, still screaming. Teddy Bear, another perfect example too. Teddy Bear USD up through these highs here. What about the ratio pricing? It's still here. So even though all the way up to top, 6x. Like, it's beautiful just to see that all these opportunities here. If you feel anxious because you're running out of money and there's too many coins, good. That means it's a bull market. That's what you want. You're nervous, okay? You know why you're nervous? Because things are moving and you're getting like, oh, is my stuff going to move? That's uncertainty. And trust me, if that feeling is brewing in your stomach, multiply that by 10. All those people in the sidelines with stable coins, that's what they're feeling, all right? And guess what? They're going to feel that times 100 in like another 10x higher when they start seeing the screenshots when people going like, oh, sweet, I'm up 400 grand in this. And they're like, what? How much did you put in? Like, oh, 20 grand. Oh, 10 grand. They're going to start seeing these stories. And then you can start seeing stories of people going like, oh, I put in $200 in this thing and it went 100x. Now I've got 20K. All right. And see what I mean? This type of, that's the fear part. Fear of missing out. The FOMO, friends. Yes. See, when we say FOMO, we just think of the green candle. No. It's actually fear. It's I've got to act. Speaking of acting, friends, have you had your orange juice for the day? Because the Tang Gang, this chart, man, what a very, very nice chart. Now, I don't even care if it goes down around and I don't really care. We're just doing magical TA. I look at the Pulse pricing and I look at their market caps and I'm like, you know what? You aren't at the target. Okay, you're not at the target. That's it. You're not going to make it by having a short-term mindset, even in a bull. That's why I anchor these things in my mind. Now, don't think about Bitcoin 80K. Just think about the concept. I say to myself, I don't see enough euphoria out here. I don't see Ty Lopez making a coin. Andrew Tate hasn't released his coin. I haven't seen an Ethereum ETF. I haven't seen Donald Trump win. I haven't seen the Fed like start to do QE. There's a lot of these check marks that are representative of more weak hands coming in, okay? That's the type of stuff I want to see. Then I know, whoa, I got a lot of weak hands for me. So what does that mean? It means if your thing goes down 50%, are there people buying it or selling it at that point? Is there going to be more demand that comes in or is the supply going to stay heavy? Now, when you and me, we're friends, okay? I've got Ash Ketchum Pokemon hat. If things drop 50% down, sweet, I'll buy more. If Pulse drops back at 50% below day one sack, sweet, I'll buy more. Cool. All right. Because I know, right, well, it's not just me. I know everyone's thinking like me. They're thinking, oh, that's cheap. It's not going to feel nice. They're like, man, why are you down here? That's stupid, okay? However, if Pulse is 40x above day one sack, okay, 40x much higher, which is going to be shown here. You see that blue line, friends? That blue line. This is Eric Wall losing his bet all the way up here. It is 40x above day one sack. Let me show it to you now. See, right now, if we go down, who cares? You know, only strong hands occupy here, relative. Okay, it's everybody. Like, for example, people, you're in here. You've seen us go minus 90%, and then you say, wait a minute. Ivan on Tech went on Crypto 7's show, and Ivan likes this. You know what I mean? And he's got an audience of 500,000 people. Now, you're seeing something like the price not being up 100x higher, but you're like, that doesn't really scream to me this thing's like a scam or going to zero, right? So basically, it means there's believers. Okay, what do you believe? You believe that the fundamentals are strong, the price is down, but there's more people going to come in and like it. That's what you like. You're like, oh, wow, I saw Ivan on Crypto 7 shows with Tangent. I wonder if that speculates more. You saw me tell Bitty Boy, all right, Jigglypuff, we told him, hey, you know, you can like get a step up on the rest of the influencers if you come to PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex and just share with your friends and family and followers about it. And he did. And you're seeing that, right? So that's 2 out of 2, okay? That's us now. What's the narrative going to be when when we are, if we go to 40x higher. Okay, so we are here now. Now, what if we get to the X? You see here, friends, I'm going to draw a dotted line. Let's say the path just went like this, and then bang. You see this path? Around this zone, friends, you have super weak hands. Because these people, maybe not even, maybe all like here. This is above the 10 to 40x zone, okay? You don't have people in the red box who believe with you and me, okay? They weren't around when your friend Sommi was making 1,733 videos on YouTube telling you this is freaking undervalued. There are 140 content creators. There are 68 streamers. Matty Allen's having a conference every year for Hex and PulseChain and all these other thousands of good things. And we should be flipping Cardano. We're doing more DEX volume. We have the same user base, okay? We're comparatively, and we're going to beat them, okay? Not really beat, but we're going to like enhance higher than them, okay? They went around. Where are they? See, they're hearing, but they're not listening. What they're doing is they're going and buying Satoshi EVM, these other scams from Lady of Crypto and all these other people getting grifted on. Good luck. Keep buying the green candles, friends. Keep buying the momentum break of your shitty little triangle on Bybit and see how that works out. Okay, go see how that works out. Okay? I know you could ask people around that today, but they're not around. You know why? They lost all their money in 2021. They put all their money on Celsius, watching Larp Davis telling him to put their money back in Celsius for his $50 freaking sign up while the guy withdraws $2 million. And he gets caught by ZachXBT in 2022, okay? So you people, you're drinking your soy milk. You don't have any fluffy slippers. You got these brown, trashy, tarnished slippers. They're crumpled. You move them to the side, okay? Your wife's boyfriend's going to be okay. Don't worry. He'll drop her off when he's done, okay? For the rest of us, we are believers, okay? When the non-believers come up here, they don't have balls. Which means when the price, if the price goes like this, okay, they don't diamond hands, friends. They start selling loss, it comes back up. And they're like, oh, I'm back to break even. You said I was going to go 1,000x. Loss, like that. Do you see how that's what happens? The most important part from all of this is you got to look at who you're buying from. Okay? Who's in with you? Has Ty Lopez launched a coin? No. Is Andrew Tate, has he launched his coin yet? No. Is there an Ethereum ETF? Nope. There's a lot of things they can throw our way to make it really seem like the best is yet to come when it's really the end. Okay? So the non-believers, they're not in yet. But bless the non-believers' hearts, because you might put in 10 grand into Pulse accumulated, for example, and you get your 40x. Wouldn't that be great? You get like the 400k. Okay, sweet. There are people who are going to have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoin stacks. They're going to insert, you know how you put in 10k? They're going to come in 40x higher. Their clip's going to be 100k. Their clip's going to be 300k. Hoping for that 3x, okay? That's what happens at the very extremes of the top. So on one hand, who's more of a believer? See, being a believer, friends, it's not to do with like just one thing. It's a unique concept, right? Because these people, they're putting in way more money than you and a lot of people. They're coming with 300k clips and they're buying higher. Do they believe? You got to think about that. But then who are they going to be buying from? Right? Who are they buying from? They're buying from people who bought in the PulseChain sack, who bought when they saw Ivan on Tech on Crypto 7 show, when they saw your friend Sommi basically kind of like half recruit BitBoy to come into PulseChain, PulseX and tag him in here and there, okay? That's who they're buying from. They're buying from them, okay? So, you know, whether you think, oh, it's nice or bad or good or wrong, it's not that. It's a game. It's a game, okay? Just people who are that confident. So it's not about being smart or dumb, friends. Just telling you. People who are that confident to throw 1 to 300k into something when you were telling them about it 40x lower, those are the signs of weak hands. Those are the signs you have reached the tippity top of the run. And let's hope we get there with strength, because I'm telling you, it's coming. Just going to be a matter of whether or not you're ready to act when the time comes. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.